As we get closer to the springtime, hopefully, we're going to be able to attend events in person once again. And I tell you what, creative entertainers, obviously they've had a tough time in the past year. But one place that is actually bringing us great entertainment is the Thomas H. Bowlus Fine Arts Center, and that's in Iola, Kansas. And we are fortunate enough to be joined this morning by Daniel Kays. Daniel's the executive director, no stranger to the show. Just usually, Daniel, we have you in studio. Let's talk about what we've got coming up on the docket here immediately before we jump to another kind of nationally known group. We'll get to them in a second, but what do we have coming up immediately here?
Fantastic. This Saturday, we have Ryan and Ryan. They are a father-son jazz piano duo. They have been to the Bowlus in years past, and I had lost a show where an artist could not come out, and so I quickly looked down my group of people that I wanted to bring, and I said, hey, they're in Tulsa. They all have to do is drive up, and they should be able to make it. And so we reached out, and they are excited. Donald, the father, is a well-known jazz and classical piano player. He's in the Hall of Fame in Oklahoma. And his son, Barron, is just as amazing, and he is a composer. Right now, he's one of the 10 recognized people in the Smithsonian Magazine as an innovator. There's an article about him composing some beautiful music for the whole story of the events that happened in Tulsa over 100 years ago. So they're a fantastic group, and we just can't wait to have them here, and they can't wait to be here. It'll be their first show back since March.
That's tremendous. We got them coming up tomorrow on Saturday, and then a week from tomorrow on the 20th, we have a group called Lightwire Theater. And kind of nationally renowned with what they've been able to do on television, quite frankly. I understand that you actually have a little past experience with this great group, and we're going to meet Ian Carney here in just a little bit. But I understand this is kind of a long-running thing that you've been trying to book them at different places?
It is, absolutely. I was with an outdoor amphitheater in California, and I knew about them back then because they were the semifinalists on AGT, America's Got Talent. And I was like, I want to bring this group, but I want to bring them into an outdoor amphitheater. And the basic requirement of this show is that it has to be the darkest theater possible in order for the puppetry to work and the magic to work because of the way the costumes light up. And so I reached out to the agent, reached out to the group and said, would you be willing to come to the amphitheater as long as we could promise the darkest night possible? And so we all looked at the moon calendar to figure out when will the moon not be in the sky, and when do we think that we'll be able to have a dark sky to be able to have the show outside in the outdoor amphitheater.
That is a tremendous small world story right there, Daniel. That is awesome. And you know what? The entire 4 states need to thank you for being able to bring Lightwire here to us at the Thomas H. Bowlus Fine Arts Center. Daniel, can't thank you enough for everything that you and your organization does. Like I said, and like you were saying, I know it's been a tremendously stressful, tough year, but at the same point in time, it feels like we're progressing forward. And the fact that you are bringing in an Oklahoma Hall of Fame pianist tomorrow, and then bringing Lightwire Theater a week from tomorrow, how do we find tickets?
Look at the website and you give us a phone call. We want to make sure you're safe, so we want to make sure you're socially distanced. We cannot sell online, but over the phone, we will sell you your tickets, put you in seats, and put 3 seats between you and the next order, and every other row is skipped so that you have a 6-foot bubble around your family and your pod and be able to see the show. So give us a call, look at our website, follow us on Facebook, and we'll take care of you.
Daniel, can't thank enough for number 1, looking out for people's safety. Number 2, providing us with creative entertainment once again. Daniel Kays, Executive Director of the Thomas H. Bowlus Fine Arts Center. I appreciate your time, sir. We'll be back with more KOAM Morning News right after this.